Hello and welcome to the second part of this Q&A. So to start off with, can we get some introductions?
My name is Remi Gangarossa. I'm the filmmaker for Marilyns Dark Paradise.
I'm Schwar. I'm the director of Kelvis.
I'm obviously Kevin, the one and only Kelvis from Romford. Give me a round of applause. £6,000 for cancer since last July. What can I say? And I'm going 10,000 in the next couple of months.
Right, to start us off then, now that all of your films are out and being shown, how happy are you with how they turn out?
I'm very happy. I spent 10 years on this film. So when I started this film, I was a young man, and now I'm an old man. So to see my younger self up on the screen, it was very, very good. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah, complete opposite. After this film, it's sort of a free time project. Filmed it all within like 3 months, and put it out on YouTube. And yeah, here we are. So, yeah.
Okay.
I could make film after film. I just love what I'm doing and appreciate everyone that comes along and watches me acting the part, which I do. And so, let's carry on and carry on.
And especially with Marilyns Dark Paradise, it was very abstract. What was the thought process like? Where did the idea come from?
So I've always wanted to do a time travel film. So this is my first film. I'm a first-time filmmaker. And I never had passion, the right passion for the material enough to actually pull it off. And about 10 years ago, my brother Tony was hit by a drunk driver. And luckily he survived, but while he was in his coma, I started to develop an interest in Marilyn. I had seen some of Marilyn's films. And when he came out of his coma, he told me, Remi, you've been talking about making a time travel movie forever. Either you're going to do it or you're not going to do it. So I made the decision 10 years ago to do the film, and then very interestingly, 10 years later, on the day that I finished production, I also got hit by a drunk driver. So my film is bookended by these two very weird circumstances. And as you can tell, I survived. So, but yeah, the movie itself is a story about resilience, and at least for me personally, channeling that from Marilyn, it's a big thing that I learned about her and her own story, really helped me through those 10 years.
Okay, and Jacob, where did you kind of think about making a film about Kelvis?
Yeah, it's really odd. I knew Kevin through mutual acquaintance for a number of years, but I'd always sort of known he'd been doing this, dressing up as Elvis going around Romford, but I didn't know what was behind it. And being a filmmaker, a photographer, I naturally wanted to capture that, for posterity more than anything. And I sent a letter for your letterbox, didn't I?
That's correct. And what a day that was in treasure. Someone's writing a book about me, but it's got a bit pear-shaped.
Well, yeah, you phoned me up actually 10 minutes after I posted the letter. I said, I'm on board, and yeah, since then, yeah, it's been fantastic. So, yeah.
Okay, and Kelvis, I've seen you walking around Romford plenty myself. What is it like?
I'm just proud of what I do. Wherever I go, I'm probably going to go Southend soon or Leon-C with my little boogie box and my little charity pot. Bring it on. If I can impress people, make them smile, or anyone that's ill, bring it on, make them happy. And a lot of people come up to me and said, my dad or my mum passed away with cancer, and you've made me proud. And that's what I've done at the moment. I've made so many people proud.
Okay. What would you say the biggest piece of advice you've been given is?
Don't compromise.
Yeah, literally just get out there and do it,
And on the flip side of that, what is the best advice you could give?
I would literally give the same advice. I think that's the best advice I've ever gotten. Don't compromise. And now, it may be one of the reasons it took me 10 years to finish the film, to make sure I got all the details right. It's really interesting in doing it for a decade and not compromising. You learn some things about yourself through that period of time, and then you accidentally stumble into some things that you can do. Like, for example, when I started the film, I had no idea that one day I'd actually put Marilyn Monroe's real artifacts in the film. But enough time had passed, and I was like, oh, now I know this is an idea. Now I know this is something I can do, so do I not compromise? And then I didn't, and it was like I'm very proud of what I pulled off because it was what I wanted to do. And seeing it here today on this beautiful, gigantic screen, by the way, with beautiful surround sound, it made me feel really good.
Yeah, I think for me, just sort of make the most of what you got resource-wise. So I filmed all of Kelvis on my iPhone. And it's quite amazing what you can sort of do with iPhones now, phones in general. And yeah, find something sort of local, like an idea you can sort of make a little film about, Say, as I said, get out and do it, don't wait about it. So.
I've certainly done that, gone many times.
Yeah, and how important do you think film festivals are for indie filmmakers?
Fantastic, it's 10 out of 10. Bring on more, I say. Bring on the TV cameras for me. If anyone's here. I've sang in front of 700 people at Canvas Sands, so camera shy, no way. Bring it on.
Well, now you've got to sing now. Come on.
I've got to sing.
Come on.
No one else can understand me. Everything I do is wrong. You give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on. I guess I'll never know the reason why I love you as I do. That's the wonder of you. All right. Woo! I love you, teddy. Put a chain around my neck and leave me anywhere. Oh, let me be your teddy bear. Don't want to be a tiger. Tigers play too rough. Don't want to be a lion. Lions ain't the kind you love. Just want to be. There you go.
So this is why filmmaking's amazing. I don't know if I would have found myself in Romford if it wasn't for this amazing film festival, for the people that work here and what you guys have done over the last decade. Actually, it's really interesting. When I started making the film, I think is when this film festival started. So I really believe in, these things aren't accidental. These circumstances happening, but I would never be here if it wasn't for this film festival, and I wouldn't get to hang out with Kelvis here if it wasn't for this film festival. That was amazing. This doesn't happen in other places, so thank you.
You know me on the gangster tour bus as well.
Let's go.
Yeah, say no more. Bring on a big audience as well. Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Keep quiet.
And have you got any future projects in mind already?
No, I'm pretty much more. I'm getting out of filmmaking. This is my last sort of changing my sort of. I'm taking a break from it. Focus on some different things that I'm passionate about. So.
Yeah.
I've also said I was going to retire after this, but after this panel here, I don't know how I don't try to make another film. We should make a film.
Yeah, definitely right on that. Bring it on.
Kelvis 2, Kelvis harder.
There you go. Sequel.
33 years for Tesco's. I can't work no harder than that. 1979 and carer for me mum with Parkinson's. What can I say? Unbelievable.
Have we got any questions from the audience?
Well, this better be good.
Bring it on, bring on whatever you like.
So this is for Jacob. Anyone who comes from Romford also knows there's the Romford Wizard. Would you consider making a film about the Romford Wizard and maybe just tell everyone who the Romford Wizard is?
Well, funny enough, he actually appears. I did film him to be in this. Well, he popped by when I was filming Kelvis in the market. I wasn't included, but the audio. I did ask him questions, but the audio was just terrible. But basically, he's a. I don't know who he is.
It's another local character.
Local character, yeah. Dresses as a wizard. A purple wizard.
Yeah.
With a staff. He wanders around town. Yeah.
Watch out, Harry Potter.
He was. Yeah, honestly, yeah. So.
It could be some kind of, it could be like Alien versus Predator, but like Kelvis versus Romford.
Well, apparently he's got someone trying to make a film about him, but the crowdfunding's not going anywhere, so
okay. More of a statement, really, though. But Remi has come all the way from Chicago. You are the winner of this year's Who's Come the Furthest, so congratulations. A round of applause.
Kelvis.
And I was going to ask, what's your favourite Elvis song, and can we get Kelvis to sing it for you?
That's all, because a lot of them don't know.
I don't know if I can point out a favorite. Kelvis, what's your favorite Elvis song?
My favourite, obviously, is, believe it or not, you're not going to believe me, Simply the Best, starting me off karaoke, Tina Turner. Elvis was, loads of them I won't touch. Wise men sing, only fools rushing, I can't help falling in love with you. Like a breath of snow, surely to the sea. Darling, so it goes, some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you.
All the way from Chicago for this.
I love this. I just sit up here all day.
Any more questions from the audience?
Any more hands? Any more hands? This has gone off the rails.
Definitely got us around.
Hi there, Kelvin. I'm just wondering how you look after your voice, because that's been pulled. Do you gargle or?
No. Like I say, I'm not a singer. I'm more of an entertainer. I say to people, if they want bookings, I can do parties and it's cheaper. As someone will tell you, I do barbecues, weddings. Anyone wants a wedding, I go to. But don't get me wrong, I'm not a singer. I'm an entertainer.
Yeah, but you've still got to look after your voice, haven't you?
Yeah, I do that all right. No, it just comes naturally with me, as Jacob knows, but it just comes naturally as I just said, you know.
Do you go?
Yeah. I'll be here tonight as well, signing autographs. And
What was this?
So, with the greatest of respect, Kelvis, because I know you from Cav, do you gargle with something over 40%?
do what?
Do you gargle? It's to do with your voice, chap.
No, I don't. No,
You don't?
maybe a bit of water, but no, not at all.
Nothing stronger.
No, just comes. I don't drink or smoke. Very good boy. Might have a Bacardi. Oh, naughty boy tonight. But no, just natural. Really, just a bit of fun. If people look at me, it's a bit of fun. I wish the carnivals were still going because I'll be first in that queue to walk around with a float. I did do Dagenham Carnival once and Romford Carnival, but since the lack of funds and that, obviously no more of the carnivals, which is a shame. Lack of support from the shops.
Thank you very much. Bless
Thank you.
Any last questions from the audience?
Anyone? Got one.
This is a question for Kelvis. How's Romford changed since you started singing? 27 years, I think you said.
Yeah, I've only been singing since last July, but Romford, like I say in the video, Singing A, Woolworths, even the Fountain by W.H. Smith, the Dolphin, remember them all, I mean, and the shops now, obviously it's a disaster. Even my little market cap is closed down with all the rents going up, and it's just getting, all the shops, just getting so terrible with the rent. People, I mean, Toby's just closed, which I like a nice roast dinner, and Liberty Bell's supposed to be closed. I mean, what we're coming to is just a shame all round, really, you know what I mean? Surprised all the pubs are open, but there you go.
Okay.
One last question for Remi. Now that you've seen the best of what Romford has to offer, could you give us 3 words to describe your experience?
Hospitable, exciting, and eccentric.
Thank you very much. Round of applause.
I know we said a lot of lighthearted stuff today, but this film was amazing that you guys did. And the cause, right, that you're contributing to, having to go out there in the days that you go, every week to do this, and for the cause that you're doing it for, is an incredible thing. When I talk about resilience and pushing through and figuring out how you're going to wake up every single day, the fact that you can do that and you can go out and you can bring joy out of people, that's what life is about. And that's what makes me excited to think about making another movie and then maybe coming to Romford again, because these are the experiences we live for. This is what life is. So thank you, and thank you for doing that for cancer.
Thank you very much. Yeah, just because I thank you, round of applause for that. But not just cancer, I mean, my cancer shop's shutting this January, and then I'm going to sign up for St Francis Hospice, but don't know what charity shop. I'm going to be there, and I want to be like over the parks raising money. I'm aiming for £10,000 now soon. I don't know how soon, but let's go for 10,000 with lovely people like you that contribute. I mean, you put 50p in the pot, so be it. But it's just wonderful. I'm glad I've been doing it since July. And look where I've got. Know so many lovely people like you all.
May I just ask one last question for Remi and Jacob? What were, because you had very, especially time-wise, very different projects. What was it like with budgeting?
It's non-existent really. I had everything. I think the most I paid was for to hire the hall where we did the interview. And that was £80. So and I put that on my film freeway, like the budget £80, and it's like that's all I paid really. So everything else was at my disposal. So
I was self-funded, and I think one of the reasons, again, that it also took a very long time, not just being particular, but to be able to afford it, being self-funded, especially with what I was trying to create. I never really put this movie together to make money. That was the last thing I wanted. What I really wanted to do is tribute my hero. So, it was difficult, but very happy with the outcome.
Thank you. So can we get a round of applause for Remi?